Hey guys, how many of you have watched the movies with Forrest Gump? And how many of you remember the scene where Forrest Gump starts to run and he's just running and running and running and running, and along the way he has this big entourage of people that start to follow him while he's running, and they're trying to capitalize on while he's running because he's seen in the news, because he's seen as, you got this weird guy who's running. And why is he running? He really doesn't have an explanation of why he's running. Well, I've kind of felt like Forrest Gump the last week or so, where I've been looking at life and I've felt like I've been running and running and running. And like him, I've gotten to a point where I feel like I need to stop running. And I look back and I think about that part of the movie that he's actually describing this whole running um, period of his life, however long it was. I can't remember how long it was. I think it was well over a year. But I'm gonna put the link to that part of the movie in the description part of this video. But he was talking to this lady on the bench, and I think that there's a couple of things about the movie that are significant, or was significant to me. The fact that he just kept going. He just kept going and going. But what initiated this run was a series of events. But the biggest event was the loss of his sweet Jenny. Now, I think that the reason I've kind of gotten this slump, or what I'm calling a Forrest Gump moment, um, is because a series of negative things that have occurred to me. And probably some of you are in that same boat. You feel like you've been going and going, going, and you have no more steam to go. Um, I also want to go back to the movie, and I think the other thing that's significant in that movie is when he stopped running. There's this big scenic view behind him, and it's of Monument Valley. What I think about when I remember the movie is this was a monumental time when he started running, and it's a monumental time when he stopped running. And when he stopped running, what did he do? He started walking, and he was going home. So many of us could probably look at that movie and we feel like when he stopped running, he was giving up, that he was so beat down, that's why he just stopped. But I think there's more to that in the movie, and I think that we all have to think about what that movie means to each of us, or not. But I feel like probably 2020 and 2021 has beat a lot of us and beat us down. So I want to do this video as an encouragement to each of us. When you feel like things are just piling up on you, things are not working right, the job's not right, or maybe you're not working, or you've had a whole lot of deaths in your family, or your relationships with your family members is not right, or just your health is not right, your finances are not right. There's so much that's on top of you that's just not right, and you just feel like you can't go on. I want to tell you, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't you dare give up, okay? Don't you dare give up, because most of the time when we get to points like this, it's when our blessing is about to come. And if you quit, you won't ever get to your blessing. There are 3 verses that in the Bible I looked up and are significant to me. But before I go over those verses with you, I want you to listen to the song Stand by Donnie McClurkin. And I'm linking in the description of this video the video on Stand, which is so beautiful. And I hope that it motivates you like it motivates me when I'm in this moment, this Forrest Gump moment. It motivates me to, when I feel like I don't have any energy to go on, when I feel like, I want to throw in the towel and just quit everything. Don't quit. Don't dare quit. Okay. My 3 verses I want you to kind of focus on. The first one comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And I really want you to focus on that whole chapter, but emphasis on verses 7 through 12. And I'm going to read you verses 8 through 9 from the International Children's Bible. And it reads this way: We have troubles all around us, but we are not defeated. We do not know what to do, but we do not give up. We are persecuted, but God does not leave us. We are hurt sometimes, but we are not destroyed. So no matter what you're going through, if it's the death of someone that you've loved or some fur baby that you've loved, no matter what you're going through, don't you dare quit. God has not left you. If you're still here, if you're still breathing, God has a purpose and a plan for your life. Okay? No quitting, no staying in the pit. Just with every little bit of energy you still have, just stand. The second verse comes from Jeremiah 29, and it's verse 11. It's also going to be from the International Children's Bible Version, and it says, I know what I have planned for you, says the Lord. I have good plans for you. I don't plan to hurt you. I plan to give you a hope and a good future. Again, if you're still here, if you woke up this morning, if you have breath in your lungs, if you have clarity of your mind, if you have movement of your extremities, don't quit. God has not desired for you to go through what you're going through. Yes, you're going through it, but don't quit. He has a plan for you. If you quit, you'll never get to where you're supposed to be. Don't quit. And my last verse comes from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13. And I'm going to read this from the Amplified Bible, and it reads as thus: Therefore, put on the complete armor of God so that you will be able to successfully resist and stand your ground in the evil day of danger. And having done everything that the crisis demands, to stand firm in your place, fully prepared, immovable, and victorious. Guys, we are going through troubled times. This has been promised to us that we would go through troubled times. But you're not going through it alone. God will not leave you. You may feel like you're sinking in quicksand, but as long as you are breathing, as long as you have your rightness of mind, as long as you have movement of your extremities, as long as you have the desire, and God gives you the will, please don't quit. Please hold on. Better days are coming. I promise you. Hold on. Be blessed.